This Islam is a favor to us. And when we have been fortunate enough to come to Islam, those things that the society calls problems have begun to dissipate according to how much you practice your Islam. So, if it's sports, if it's marital life, if it's raising your children, if it's work, you don't have to call in now with a hangover on Monday. Why? Because you've been in the bed Sunday night. Isn't that right? Because in order to get up for Fajr, you got to go to bed right after Isha. Isn't that right? So you don't have a hangover. So you're not missing days at work. Your attitude is better because you're more hopeful about life. You spend more time reading and studying, so beautiful things come into your mind. So this foolishness and fitna does not cloud your mind. This Islam is a blessing for those who have been fortunate enough to accept it. So Allah completed His favor upon us and chose for us Islam as a way of life. Then Allah says, righteousness, and says, I am of those who bow in Islam. Nor can goodness and evil be equal. Repel evil with that which is better. Then will he between whom and thee was hatred become, as it were, thy friend and intimate. And no one will be granted such goodness except those who exercise patience and self-restraint. None but persons of the greatest good fortune. What's the best speech you can have? To invite people to Islam. To say, come on in, man, you ought to try this Islam a little bit. It's not just for me, it's for everybody. You think that, oh, man, we used to run the street together, now I can't talk to you because you done got way out there, man, and I'm still high all the time. No, come on anyway, don't worry about it. Just hang with me a little while. So that while we hanging together, right, at least you're going to be out of what you was into. It's like sometimes the sisters say, oh, the brothers spend too much time at the masjid. I said, that's good. Because one thing, if all the brothers together, you ain't got to worry about what they're doing. Because everybody, everybody's not going to agree on wrong, isn't that right? So you don't have to worry. They might be away from home, but they ain't doing no wrong, isn't that right? Why? Because they're all together. The Jama'ah is a protection, isn't that right? So when the Jama'ah is together, everybody automatically do better. The best speech is to invite people to this. The people need it. The whole people. Not just black people or the whole world, especially America, needs Islam. A people that eat up more food, use up more resources. In America, 6% of the people, right, on 7% of the land, use up half of the resources in the world, and they're still unhappy. Isn't that right? The people are house you went to, they're not moaning and groaning. Oh, everything is bad. We ain't got enough money. We ain't got this. We ain't got that. The rent is due. Everything is bad, but we eat up half of the food in the world and still hungry. Something has to be wrong. That means that they need to be fed a moral, spiritual, intellectual food. Isn't that right? Because it's not physical food that they're missing. They're missing something else. So the best thing we can do is invite people to Islam. Remember, La ilaha illallah Muhammadan Rasulullah. Wa ikamati salah. Establish the salah. The salah also means to cleanse and to purify. When you're reminding yourself of the Creator 5 times a day, when you're trying to come close to the Creator 5 times a day, this is an automatic process of cleansing and purification.